eyes on the Swedish World Cup star. 32 years of age, 64 caps for his country, just the second ever Swede to play in the National Leagues of Australia. The only other one, Billy Bergman, back in 1978. He made a solitary appearance for South Melbourne. Over the last attack of the game, it's Toivonen. Could be four here, Josh Hope. It is four. And a debut A-League goal for Josh Hope. Had a little look around him.
A great movement from Toivonen, who pulls out of his central role, and they let him go. Bends his run enough. He's found great first touch, second touch. Look at that. Hope, and I thought he might have hesitated a bit long there, but his first touch was decent enough to protect it. And with his second one, he slides it under, or through the legs of Ben Kennedy. Great moment for him. And Toivonen comes on and gets an assist.
Threaded down the line for Troisi. It's beyond Barbarousa's chance here for Toivonen. Deflected in. Melbourne Victory have the lead. And Ola Toivonen, on starting debut, opens his accounts for the Navy Blues.
Well, the frustration for Sydney compounded because they couldn't turn their pressure into any meaningful chances. And this Melbourne team is just so primed, so full of quality. Great pass from Antonis, beating two players, and Troisi threading the ball, sucking in two defenders. Barbarousa's non-touch, and then the deflection off Van der Linden, I'd suggest, was what ultimately beat Andrew Redmayne. And it's all academic because the Victory have pounced, and they lead by 1-0 in Cogra.
Honda, Toivonen wants it early, Barbarouses finds him, what a ball, Antonis! Oh wow! Have you seen prettier football than that? The passing and awareness, all rounded off by Terry Antonis, who has 3 goals in an A-League season for the first time. Honda, Barbarouses, Toivonen, and then whack from Terry.
One touch, fluent movement, exquisite, precise execution, and power right at the end of it.
Peeling off into a wide area, the big striker on the end of it. What a 1-2, and make it 2-0. The Melbourne Victory might have sealed the 3 points in the 81st minute. And Ola Toivonen is playing sensational football right now. How good is that 1-2 to make it 2?
Well, beautiful again from the Victory. Troisi passes blind to find the big Swede, who links magnificently again. And it's Ola. 2-0 for Victory. Toivonen and Antonis in tandem again.
Antonis, that's a nutmeg backheel through Ingham. And chance for Toivonen, pinpoints. He does not waste opportunities. Ruthless when he's teed up like that by Corey Brown. And it's another secondary assist from Terry Antonis with a backheel nutmeg, if you don't mind.
The line of Brisbane defenders didn't adjust, but the Swede did. Beautiful combination, and Corey Brown's up for a big one at his former home ground. And this guy's just too good. Unchallenged from that range, with beautiful touch on the football. Ola Toivonen is going to hit this in every day of the week. 2-0, a 2-1 victory.
Barbarousa's plenty to hit in the middle now. He looks for Toivonen, he's found him! Brilliant goal from the Melbourne Victory! The 600th in their A-League history. And it comes from their new star man up front. Ola Toivonen puts the Victory in front in the Christmas derby, but what a ball from Barbarouses.
He's still got a lot to do. Released by Antonis, gets his head up. Toivonen doesn't make a run, he just checks to the back post, and they don't. You know, Delbridge is facing the ball, so he's not aware of Toivonen, who just checks back and gets himself a free volley at the back post. Good finish, composed finish, doesn't go for power, just guides it home.
The Swede now has a goal or assist in all 6 A-League appearances. Barbarouses couldn't lift it high enough. Antonis! Toivonen! 1-1! They complain about offside, but the Swede timed his run. The Victory have their equaliser, and there's still a long way Antonis with the assist.
Tremendous reaction from Toivonen. Really good work from Barbarouses. Really poor clearance there. Straight to Antonis. And Toivonen is on the end of it.
Toivonen switching on to Troisi. Back to Toivonen! Victory get their goal! And Ola Toivonen becomes the first Victory player to score in 5 consecutive games.
And you see when he decides to up the level, the quality of the man. I mean, it's a brilliant goal. And it's a sucker punch for the Wanderers, who've battled so hard in this first half. But what about the quality of it? Antonis the ball into Toivonen, who clicks into gear, lays it to Troisi. Troisi does well, but look at the run from Toivonen. It just continues. And it was all about the pass. Could Troisi find the right weight on the pass? And he could. No touch needed. Dispatches that into the back of the net. Brilliant.
Finds Troisi, hurtling forward Troisi, and it's in! Toivonen can't stop scoring. Somewhat by accident, off the midriff, and yet it may prove to be the match winner. Victory go back in front, and their fans celebrate in the downpour.
Well, when your luck's down, your luck's down for the Wanderers. And great run from Troisi. Comes from deep, and they don't track him. Slight stumble there. That's the dangerous ball. Does it come off Ziegler? But anyway, Toivonen, and that's what you've got to do. Is you've got to gamble that that ball might arrive there, and it just hits him and it's into the back of the net.
That pass from Antonis will do so. Barbarouses, early ball, Toivonen! Ola Toivonen! First involvement, and he finds the back of the net! Unstoppable Ola!
Wow, have a look at that. Really cagey start from Melbourne Victory there, but you talk about a game plan, definitive. Win that second phase, play that first ball forward in behind the wing back and expose that space, and what a finish that is from a quality striker.
A couple of incisive passes, Scott, is all it took.
Yeah, it's very evident. You see what they've actually done here. They're exposing that space from that left side wing back. They've worked on that all week, obviously, and that key pass forward. Very hard to navigate that in these areas, especially when you think you're going to win that second phase.
Now Victory on the build. Toivonen to Troisi! A lifeline for Victory! Great build-up, and James Troisi brings Victory back to 3-2. 11 second half minutes, and it's game on.
Well, the crowd love this one. Look at that forward penetration there, following his ball. Toivonen-like, essentially playing that forward pass, little combination, what great quality. But this is the difference here. Bayern are playing the ball forward, linking up, forward runs, 10 facing forward. Look at the execution around the corner. One touch finish, central areas. We're not crossing it, we're playing through the central areas and linking up. Fantastic goal.
Open and angle nicely. Barbarouses slips it through. Antonis looking for Toivonen. There is the first one for the Melbourne Victory. Delightful combination from the visiting side. And 14 minutes into it, Victory have their first on the board. 1-0 Melbourne.
Good link-up play, good runs. Brisbane not getting tight enough there. Nice ball in from Barbarouses, and there's only going to be one result there when Toivonen gets a free header like that at the back post. Picked his spot across the goalkeeper, down into the bottom corner. Almost impossible for Jamie Young to save, but Melbourne Victory, it's not a shock that they've gone in the lead, but that's, you know, some really fantastic lead-up play there. It was Antonis with that ball across, and just another feather in his cap on what's been a fine season.
See what the big Swede can do. There's Ola Toivonen. Oh la la! Ola Toivonen, what a goal! That is centimetre perfect. Brilliant from the big Swede. 1-0 victory.
Well, quite often we pontificate about free kicks and whether the keeper's positioning, whether he should have gone this way, whether he was leaning one way. This is unstoppable. That is technically perfect. There is no goalkeeper in the world that would save that. That is quite a sensational strike from Ola Toivonen. That is right out of the top drawer.
No, it's going to be Toivonen. Oh, it's a beauty! Ola Toivonen
scores the A-League's 5,000th goal and breaks the deadlock here at HBF Park, much to the delight of those travelling Victory fans. And you do just wonder how many goals the big Swede would have scored had he been fit enough to play in every game this season. It's another cracker from the set piece.
And a lovely strike to get the ball up and get it down so low as well. Difficult, so difficult for Liam Reddy to get across and get down to that one. It had the pace, it had the direction. A fantastic goal.
Stracey as runners break. Barbarouses. The Pistons are pumping as he feeds it to Toivonen, and now Kamsoba back to Toivonen. What a gorgeous goal! Melbourne Victory take the lead with the style and class that their play so far has deserved.
Well, a very upbeat opening 20 minutes of A-League football has delivered a goal to match. And the Mariners have defended well as a block, but they've been opened up here like a hot knife through butter. Pass, move, finish. Superb from Melbourne Victory.
Barbarouses saw the run of Toivonen, Elvis Kamsoba, just a deft touch. And then Toivonen, one to control and one to stroke it into the back of the nets.
Deng looking to hit Toivonen. Oh! That is a stunning goal. What a ball in, and a thunderbolt of a header by the big Swede. That's a bullet. Jack Greenwood had no chance. Sensational.
Well, they should send this one around to all the kids playing the game and learning the game, that heading is a skill. This, you won't see a better header anywhere in the world. Toivonen makes that run, gets in front of the defender, and that is a thumping header. It's almost past Greenwood before he's even dived to his left-hand side. Absolutely technically perfect, the execution of that header from Ola Toivonen.
Barbarouses, well, Toivonen's interested here. Kurto has to back off. Toivonen one-on-one, right foot finish. Oh my word! The poise of the Swede. Absolutely delightful. It's 3-1 to the Victory. 2-goal buffer restored. What a night he's having. Ola Toivonen.
What a finish. Absolutely top draw. Top shelf from Toivonen. Kopczynski gets something on of it. Toivonen carries on. Kurto was coming and then he backed off. This touch takes him very narrow. And he waits and he waits and he waits for Kurto to go down, who might have stayed big there. And he just clips it over. And what a fantastic finish from Ola Toivonen, just as it looked like they might have been losing the weight. Kurto, instead of saying big, goes down, and Toivonen has the quality to beat him. Fantastic finish.
Top spot has been knocked off a few times, but never second. Oh, Toivonen pulls one back. It is mere consolation on 90 minutes for Ola Toivonen. 15th goal of the campaign, and after making the trip to the Harbour City, those Victory fans are going to celebrate.
It's ironic celebrations, but they get something. They get a consolation. Completely unmarked, and they've been so concentrated. Wilkinson and Calver. Calver's out there on the right-hand side. Honda just shifts this ball. Takes a deflection. He just steps off his defender at the back post.
And now Ola Toivonen has the chance to end their droughts. The Victory are on the board in the new A-League season. It's taken more than 160 minutes. And now there's 20 minutes or so to chase the game 2-1 down. Ola Toivonen with 4 in 3 against the Wanderers. Here's Toivonen. Lawton on the move again. Toivonen! Another Swede strike from the captain. Gets the better of Philip Kurto again. And the Victory off to a fast start at home in the derby.
Well, maybe as Melbourne Victory season needs to get a bit of time to get going, so too Ola Toivonen is the skipper. We saw him pre-game running the huddle and talking very emotionally And with his first chance to get a shot on target, he sets the pulses racing here at Marvel with a strike to match the occasion. It's a beauty from Ola.
Light on for goals so far this young season. He's onside here, says the assistant. And running onto a Kiki Dobras. Make it 2! 2 goals in less than 90 seconds. And Kiki Dobras, the Austrian playmaker, has his first down under. Well, Western United are slow out of the gates again on Derby Day.
Blistering start from Victory. Architects to some degree of their own downfall. 2 central defenders giving the ball away twice and the Victory punishing both. The finish ultimately taking a little bit of a deflection or maybe a miss hit, but it was a brilliant miss hit from Dobras.
Trying to thread the needle. A few came off the shins, favoured Toivonen. It's Ola Toivonen. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely sensational footwork by Ola Toivonen, and we're all square. And he's got his 3rd of the season and has now been involved in every one of Victory's last 10 goals.
Well, this was absolutely brilliant. A touch of good fortune. The rebound, look at this. Look at that for quick feet and a little flick. As the goalkeeper goes down, Marinovic, he just lifts it over him. But look how quick he moves his feet here. 2, 3, and the 4th touch. This is an exquisite finish. There's the rebound off Atu, pulls it, shapes, goes around Stephen Taylor. Wow, what a goal. He missed one that he should have scored with his head 5 or 6 minutes ago, but that one is out of the top drawer.
Turned right by Hope, who gets the return now from Paulson. Tries to sling it across, and Toivonen's there! Ola Toivonen again for Melbourne Victory. He has been their shining light in a tough start to the new campaign. He has 4 for the season, and if only they had another 10 like him. Victory 1-0.
Toivonen missed a header from 6-yard box the first time. He nails the second. It's a 50% strike rate for the Victory on decent attacks. It's a great header. It's a superb ball from Joshua Hope too. Quite clearly his best moment of the game. Redmayne might question himself at not being able to block that off. It was a narrow angle for the Swede, but he's just too good.
Back in May, now Cruz. Strange stuck to the task. Great ball, Toivonen! They are going off in that Victory Bay now. What a first-time strike from Ola Toivonen. And Robbie Cruz is making a difference off the bench. Fabulous equaliser.
Toivonen with an emphatic finish. And that's what Robbie Cruz can bring. Picks it up on this left-hand side, takes on Ryan Strain, pushes it past him. It's a wonderful left-foot cross. And there's Maria, which we spoke about earlier, trailing behind. Lovely bit of play from Cruz. This is what you alluded to early, Speedy. Wonderful finish from Toivonen. He doesn't need much space.
Naboots. Oh, great pick out. Ola Toivonen strikes first in the derby. And it looks like that form guide has gone out the window. The struggling Melbourne Victory have been red hot to start. What a cross. And the emphatic header from their top scorer, who has 6 now this season.
Oh, it's an extremely high-quality goal, befitting of the occasion. Doesn't happen if Elvis Kamsoba doesn't pull his finger out and retrieve the ball, sets it up magnificently. And then talk about magnificent setup. He's had a couple of efforts, Andrew Naboot, to find his skipper Toivonen. Hasn't been able to until now. Gets his right boot on the edge of the ball, curls it wickedly, and Toivonen, fantastic on the far post. What a brilliant header to finish off a very good start to this game by Melbourne Victory.
Now Basher has seen Naboot peel a little wide for the volley. Oh! Toivonen on one leg has a double. Andrew Naboot with the surprise volley across the face of goal that caused all kinds of problems in the City defence.
Fortune favouring Melbourne Victory. Beautiful ball cross-field from Basher. And Toivonen perhaps an argument for offside when the ball's played by Naboot. And defenders are reading it's going to be a first-time volley, but it comes so quickly it's hard to adjust.
Allowing the boot to really try and stretch Grant down that right-hand side. The boot tees it up. Toivonen, first time! What a strike from Ola Toivonen. And it's the Victory who strike first in the West.
Well, that is the class of Toivonen. A great run from the boot first. He just turns on the shoulder of Grant, who struggles to get back. Toivonen delays his run. The boot plays the ball in. You think it's almost got too much pace on it for Toivonen to deal with. Should be rolled a little bit slower, but the boot knew just what Toivonen was capable of. And what a finish. Liam Reddy, nothing he could do. Got a hand to it, was spinning away the whole time.
Very tense moment at Amy Park. Ola Toivonen. Oh, and Glover spilled it! What an awful mistake by the Olyroos goalkeeper, who was so solid and so secure in Thailand. And Ola Toivonen, by the most fortuitous of means, has given Melbourne Victory a lifeline.
Dangerous ball, and they do have the equaliser, Melbourne Victory. Well, it's as easy as that for Ola Toivonen. Newcastle asleep at the wheel after half-time, and Melbourne Victory have punished them.
Well, Victory have answered the first question posed. Can they find a response? And I certainly say they can. And that's on the back of a hell of a ball from Höglund. Great run from Toivonen, but just unchecked, really. And the danger man, from some distance out from the box, was allowed to run in unmarked. And one of the great marksmen finishes off from close range, found beautifully by Höglund.